Hey besties, I have no desire to step on anyone's toes, and in this video, it is not my intentions to ruffle people's feathers, but this video is based on my observation. I'm going to talk about how parents turn the siblings against one another, and I hope most of you are aware about something called a sibling rivalry, whereby siblings they hate each other, they cannot stand each other, they cannot tolerate each other. So in this video, I am going to talk about how parents do that, because I feel like it is because of the parents. The first reason that I'm going to talk about, okay, the first thing that I'm going to talk about how parents turn siblings against each other is comparison. We are different even individuals, and we have different personalities. Parents, they don't understand that children, they've got different personalities. They expect the children who are not doing well to do as the children that are doing well, so they start comparing the kids to other kids. And usually, especially in the African community, they will be comparing the kids in front of those who are doing well. For example, a child that is not doing well at school, and then the parent will be like, why can't you do well like your brother? Why can't you do well like your sister? Or a child that is not well behaving. I'm not condoning bad behavior, but even if a child is not behaving well, to compare that child to a sibling that is behaving well, you are causing a drift, or you are creating animosity between the two kids, because when they are together, they will misinterpret that. They will think that it is because you love the other kid more than the other, because you are comparing them. You are literally shaming them in front of the other kids. Even if the kids are not behaving in the same manner, it is very wise maybe to have a private moment with a child, so that when they have not done something right, you can talk to them privately than to scold them or shame them in front of the other kids. And you know what, especially when it comes to intelligence and in smartness, I feel like it is natural for kids not to perform the same way, because not everyone is smart academically. Some kids, they can be smart academically, some kids, they can have skills. That is why, like, people who have skills, they are also acknowledged, because it is something really that can be beneficial in their lives. Parents tend to compare the kids that are not performing well at school to the kids that are performing well at school. That is destroying the kids. It makes them hate one another. By doing that as a parent, you are turning the siblings against each other. Number two, favoritism. This one really, it shocks me, because I really don't understand why would a parent show favoritism, because these are your kids that you gave birth to. Why then are you having your favorites? Some people may argue that parents end up having their favorites, especially when other kids are behaving well and other kids are rebellious. That is when maybe the parents start loving the child that behaves well more than the child that behaves rebellious. But as far as I'm concerned, I believe that you should treat your children equally. You should love them equally. You should not show favoritism, because when you are showing that favoritism, the kids, they are going to pick that. I'm just going to give you a story, but for us, it was not a sibling issue, but it was an issue between the cousins. I grew up in the village. I was raised by my grandmother. Before I became a teenager, I lived with my grandmother. When I was doing my primary education, I was living with my grandmother. So what happened is, we had an uncle, and then he had a daughter, and my uncle passed away. After my uncle passed away, my grandmother started loving my cousin more than other grandchildren. And I'm talking from experience and from something that I have witnessed later on at a later stage. My grandmother was trying to heal I think she was thinking that my cousin is going to fill the void that my uncle left when he passed away, not realizing that she is turning the other cousins against that cousin, because we were observing what was going on, especially like years later when I started my secondary school. I went to a boarding school, but my other siblings, they remained with my grandmother. So what my grandmother used to do when my other siblings were at school, she will give my cousin, because my cousin was younger, she would give my cousin sweets, she would give her like cookies, she would give a juice, all those nice things she will give my cousin while my siblings were at school. So what happened is, like kids, they do not keep secrets. My cousin will say, my grandmother gave me the juice, sweets, and cookies when you guys were at school. So that created animosity, rivalry between the children that were under my grandmother's care. And then later on, when we were adults, we came to South Africa and my cousin remained in Zimbabwe, and she ended up having kids with somebody who was not able to take care of her and take care of the babies. And you know what? We didn't have that empathy. We didn't sympathize with our cousin. Even up to now, we don't have a bond with that cousin, because we grew up seeing that my grandmother was loving her more than us. It wasn't her fault, but at the end of the day, she was the one who ended up carrying the cross that was supposed to be carried up by my grandmother. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're showing favoritism, you will turn the siblings against each other. And then the next thing is gossiping about one sibling to the other sibling. Yes, this happens. It really, really happens. A parent gossiping about another sibling to another sibling. Like, I'm going to link this to the previous point, especially if that sibling is the parent's favorite. The parent will always take their side. They don't care that to hear about the other side of the other sibling. So that really turns them against each other, because while you are gossiping with your favorite child, the sibling of other siblings, you might say something that will make them confront the other siblings. And then when the other siblings, they find out that you as a parent, you were gossiping about them with their siblings, they are not going to like it. They will end up resenting the same sibling. And then the other thing is black text. Those who are coming from the African community, you know what black text is. Black text is when the parents they raise their children, they take them to school, they make sure that they provide everything that they need, so that later on in life, those children that they took care of, they will take care of them, which is something really I do not agree with. I'm not saying that children should not take care of their parents when they are old. Even the Bible says it, that you should take care of your parents when they are old. But the motive behind that, that's what I'm having a problem with. I believe that raising children, taking them to school, providing for them, it is the parents' responsibility. Raise your child because it is your responsibility. Don't raise your child, or take your child to the best school so that the child can later on take care of you. Because what is going to happen is, not all the children are going to excel. Some of them, they will excel and achieve in life, and some of the children, they won't excel and achieve in life. The one that has excelled is going to be able to take care of you, and the other ones that did not excel in life, they won't be able to take care of you. And now, if they are not able to take care of you, you are going to end up loving that child more, and then now you'll be causing animosity. You'll be creating animosity between the siblings, because they will feel like you love this one because they are taking care of you. When I was growing up, even my uncles, I remember when they got married, and the one that did very well in life and the one that didn't very well in life, even their wives, they were treated differently, especially in the village. There are so many difficult chores. People, they go and fetch water in the borehole, they go and fetch firewood in the forest. They will be like, okay, the wife of that one who is doing very well in life will make the salads, while the wife of that one who is not doing well in life will go and fetch firewood in the forest and fetch water in the borehole. And that causes animosity. It creates animosity. It makes the siblings turn against each other. There are so many reasons really that I can talk about. So this video is to say, like, parents, please, you need to be very, very careful in what you do, because the children are observing. If you are busy showing favoritism when the children are growing up, they are observing. The sad thing is, when those kids are grown up and the other kid is suffering in life, the other siblings will not help that child, because they will be like, oh, like, you were treated differently. So, like I said, there are so many things that I can talk about. If I can talk about, I think this video is going to be like an hour. I'm just going to end it here. I hope parents are going to get a lesson from this video, to treat their children equally, love them equally, not compare their children. And the issue of black text, raise your children because you want them to have a better life. Don't raise your children so that they can take care of you, because the ones that did not excel, if they're not taking care of you, it will even make the ones that are successful disrespect the other ones. So this is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much, besties, for your unwavering love and support. To the new viewers, please click the subscribe button. If you have not liked this video, please smash the like button so that YouTube will recommend this video to more parents, even people that are going to be parents, so that they can see this video, so that they can treat their children equally. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye, besties.